In this video, the 10 best movies in Belgium. Movie fans, here they are, the 10 best movies in Belgium, and you might be surprised of what movies that appear in this list. We go from 10 to the grand finale at number 1. Ready? There we go. We begin with number 10, Primal Fear, a 1996 film starring Richard Gere, Edward Norton, and Laura Linney. When young Aaron is accused of the gruesome murder of Archbishop Rushman, top Chicago lawyer Martin Bell takes on his defense for free. Aaron was once a homeless street kid until he was taken in by the Archbishop. He is shy and stutters. Vale is convinced of Aaron's innocence, but when he discovers a video that suggests Aaron had a motive to kill the Archbishop, he begins to doubt his own certainty harder and harder. A case full of suspense in which the truth is hidden deeper than you might think at first glance. The Live List 2025, a heartwarming rom-com drama starring Sophia Carson, Carl Allen, and Connie Britton, tells the story of Alex. After the death of her mother, she stumbles upon a list of childhood dreams they once made together. What begins as an attempt to still fulfill her old ambitions soon becomes an unexpected journey full of self-discovery, loves, and emotion. Written and directed by Adam Brooks, based on the best-selling novel by Lauren Nelson Spielman, a story about love, loss, and the courage to break new ground, even when life turns out differently than planned. Netflix Bullet Train Explosion, a Japanese thriller and modern retelling of the classic film The Bullet Train 1975, with themes of revenge, political mistrust, drama, and national unity. This film takes you into an explosive mix of breathtaking suspense and gripping drama aboard one of the fastest trains in the world. A threat phone hits like a bomb at the Shinkansen main control center on the Hayabusa number 60 to Tokyo. An explosive is supposedly hidden that goes off as soon as the train dips below 100 miles an hour. They claim 100 billion yen. In no time, a battle against time unfolds. The crew, passengers, and railroad workers must work together to avert disaster. But can the raging Hayabusa stay at full speed long enough? The Equalizer 3, the explosive final to the iconic action trilogy, brings back Denzel Washington once again as Robert McCall, the former state killer now dispensing his own justice. This time he ends up in southern Italy, where he finds an apparently peaceful existence. But when the local Camorra gang terrorizes the lives of his new friends, the vigilante in him awakens. McCall dives deeper than ever into a world of corruption and violence. Together with CIA agent Emma Collins, daughter of his late partner, he battles the mob from bloody confrontations in Sicilian vineyards to breathtaking chases on the Amalfi Coast. McCall's brutal mission combines emotional depth with rock-hard action. Anyone But You, a sparkling rom-com full of misunderstandings and hidden infatuations, loosely inspired by Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing. Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell shine as Bea and Ben, two arch-rivals who have avoided each other for years, until they end up together at a wedding in Austria. What starts as a played love, Bea wants to scare off her ex. Ben is trying to make his own ex jealous, soon derails into comic chaos. Between sunny beaches, celebration toasts, and awkward dances, something between them is smoldering. But are those flaming glances still acting or real passion? Directed by Will Gluck, a modern love comedy unfolds, full of witty dialogue and unexpected confessions, because sometimes the person you tolerate the least is exactly the one you need the most. The Truman Show, a movie from 1998, a visionary cult classic from director Peter Weir, revolves around Truman Burbank, played by Jim Carrey, an ordinary insurance agent with a thirst for adventure. But something isn't right in his perfect life. Ever since he was born, Truman's existence has been one massive lie. His idyllic little town a giant studio, his family and friends actors, his entire life a 24/7 reality show. As millions of viewers sympathize with his clueless main character, Truman slowly begins to doubt. Why does the neighbor repeat the same way every morning? Who is that woman who once whispered this is all fake? The film, loosely inspired by Philip K. Dick and The Twilight Zone, dissects our obsession with entertainment and control, with Carrey's best acting performance ever, a mix of tragicomic innocence and budding rebellion. The Truman Show becomes a race against time. Can Truman escape the greatest illusion ever created? IHostage, a movie from 2025, a pulsating thriller from director Bobby Boormans, takes you to the heart of Amsterdam, where a normal day at an Apple store turns into a nightmare, based on the true life hostage situation of 2022. A man wearing a bomb vest takes employees and customers hostage. His demand an impossible amount of money as well as recognition for a forgotten trauma. As the clock ticks, the film switches between the fear of the hostages, the desperation of the DSI unit, and the unpredictable offender whose motive slowly explodes. With razor sharp close ups of trembling hands and breathtaking drone footage of a paralyzed city. Boorman shows how one split second can change everything because in this messy command post, it's not about technology but about survival, betrayal, and moral dilemmas. The Wild Robot, a movie from 2024, a heartwarming DreamWorks adventure directed by Chris Sanders, tells the story of Rosm Unit 7134, or ROS. After a shipwreck, this state-of-the-art robot ends up on a desert island, full of wild animals. But among the mosses and storms, Ross discovers something no algorithm could teach her: what it's like to care, to feel, and even to be a mother. What begins as a struggle for survival with hilarious failures becomes a moving journey. Ross builds an unlikely bond with an orphaned goose, while the other animals, from skeptical foxes to a grumbling badger, slowly gain confidence in this metal Iceland creature. Havoc 2025, a relentless action thriller from director Gareth Evans, drags you into the dark depths of crime. Tom Hardy takes on the role of a battered detective who, after a failed drug deal, becomes entangled in a web of corruption and violence. His mission to rescue the missing son of a powerful politician while the city around him goes up in flames. With rock hard fighting and an entrapment plot that reaches all the way to City Hall, a race against time unfolds. Hardy's character must fight not only gang members but also his own demons. And the deeper he digs, the more he realizes no one can be trusted, not even his own co-workers. Before we go to number one, I want to thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and leave a comment for this video. It makes a world of difference. Exterritorial, a movie from 2025, a thriller full of political intrigue, follows ex-elite soldier Sarah in a race against time. During a routine visit to the American consulate in Frankfurt, her infant son disappears without a trace. But there's one terrible catch: no one remembers he was even there. Forced to act alone because on American soil in Germany, German police have no authority. Sarah penetrates deeper into the consulate. What begins as a mother's desperate search unfolds into a demonic game of disappearances, compromised officials, and a conspiracy that reaches into the highest political circles. Using her special forces skills, she hacks into camera system, evades guards, and decrypts coded documents. But the closer she gets to the truth, the clearer it becomes this consulate is an outlaw zone where laws don't apply, and people disappear without a trace.